Well, a ship carrying 200 tons of food for Gaza is still waiting to sail from Cyprus. The Open Arms will be the first vessel to use a new maritime corridor set up to bring humanitarian supplies into the territory. Cypriot authorities say the vessel has been cleared to sail, but there are problems over unloading and distributing the aid. DW's Rosie Birchard reports from Cyprus.
We're flying into Larnaca, the Cypriot city that's become the new gateway to Gaza. Aid groups have been busy loading a ship with much-needed food for the besieged territory.
We are ready with almost 200 tons of food ready to be delivered to people of Gaza. We have rice, flowers, beans, tuna and other products ready to be distributed in Gaza.
The first of its kind sea delivery is part of a new maritime aid corridor, a deal carefully brokered by the Cypriot government alongside the European Union, the United Arab Emirates, the United States and others. Cypriot officials check the goods with Israeli oversight and monitor the passage from this coordination centre to try and ensure they get to Gaza safely.
The first thing, and where we focus currently, is to have a successful first journey. And then, of course, we already have stored more quantities of humanitarian aid in Cyprus. We hope to establish the corridor to really be in a position to deal with the dire situation on the ground.
This is not a swift or simple route. One of the charities involved is building a makeshift jetty to receive the aid, and separately the US plans to build a bigger temporary pier. The United Nations is now warning Gaza is on the brink of famine. It's some 400 kilometres from here in Cyprus, and the round trip takes days. There is a quicker and easier way to get aid in through road crossings. Israel says it welcomes this sea corridor and that it's committed to getting food to Gazans, but it's also faced heavy criticism and accusations of blocking aid entry by land. The new sea corridor will bring some relief, but given the enormous need at its final destination, it's just a drop in the ocean.
Let's get more from our reporter, Felix Tamsut in Jerusalem. Welcome, Felix. So as that aid ship waits to set sail, bring us up to date with the situation in Gaza at the moment.
Well, the situation seems to be ever worsening when it comes to the lack of food and other necessary products. Hunger seems to be becoming an ever-growing problem. And at the same time, we have to bear in mind that the Israeli attack in the southern city of Rafah looming over. On the one hand, we have Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu saying that such an attack is essential for Israel reaching its target of eliminating Hamas. Rafah is where more than 1 million Palestinians are currently sheltering. On the other hand, there are also reports that such an attack is not imminent. One thing is clear, the eyes of the world are watching, and this is going to remain the case in the coming days and weeks.
OK, so as the Muslim holy month of Ramadan begins, what is the atmosphere like there in Israel?
Well, I would say that Israel is currently on edge when it comes to the security aspect of Ramadan. The security arrangements in and around Jerusalem and the holy sites is currently being widely reported in the news here, and everyone seems to be talking about whether there will be certain restrictions as the month of Ramadan keeps on going. At the moment, it seems like the situation is relatively calm. There have been some clashes between Israeli police and Muslims wanting to pray, but at the same time, I think everyone's eyes are towards Friday. This is when things could get tricky for the Israeli security services, and everyone is here talking about whether that's going to be the case this coming Friday.
And what can you tell us about these reports that Israel has killed a high-ranking Hamas official who was believed to have been directly involved in the October 7 terror attacks?
Well, we are talking about Marwan Issa, a very high-ranking Hamas official. Those reports are currently widening in Israel. That Israel believes that he had been killed in the attack. This hasn't been confirmed as of yet. If confirmed, this would be the highest-ranking Hamas official to be killed by Israel since October 7th. And Israeli officials, according to reports here in Israel, believe that this would be a significant step towards achieving the war's goals. But at the same time, it needs to be said that no official confirmation has been received so far. Such a confirmation could be received in the coming days, sometimes even weeks. And we're going to stay on top of those reports. And should this information be confirmed, this is a big step and a big stepping stone in this war. Absolutely.
Thank you for that, Felix. Felix Tamsut in Jerusalem.